know where to file your divorce? What state should you file in? My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. How do you know what state to file in? Well, every state has its own rules about under what circumstances you can file in that state. For example, in the state of Michigan, the rule is that you got to be a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days prior to filing, and a resident of the county where you filed at least 10 days before you do that. So if you just moved to Michigan from New York City, you've been living there for 3 years, you come here, you moved here in September, it's now coming on November, you want to file for a divorce, can't do it. Why? Haven't been here for long enough to establish your residency. The state of Michigan will help you with your divorce. You have a right to go before the courts, but only after you've been here for 6 months. Only after you've been here and met the statutory requirements. This is going to be the general rule, and there are emergency exceptions every now and then under very limited circumstances, but suffice it to say, each state's going to have its own rule. Now, I'll tell you something else. What happens if you live in Michigan, your ex lives in North Dakota? Can you file here or can you file in North Dakota? Well, in that situation, you have your choice. But why on earth, if you live in Michigan, would you file in North Dakota? You should file what's convenient for you. Now, if the kids turn out that they live in North Dakota too, then you're going to have an interesting dilemma. You got to talk to your lawyer about it. Why? Because if, let's say the children never lived in Michigan. Family lived in North Dakota. 8 months ago, you moved to Michigan because you split up and you moved. The kids are there. You're seeing the kids every now and then. Kids are there, but you're here. You've got a right to go to the courthouse down the street, file your divorce papers here in Michigan, and serve the other side of North Dakota. Here's the problem. Kids have never been here in Michigan. The state of Michigan doesn't have jurisdiction over them. Their home state is North Dakota. So yes, you can file for divorce. You're allowed to ask for a divorce here in Michigan, and the court could grant you a divorce here in Michigan. But what are we going to do about custody, parenting time support, and all the issues relating to the kids? So if you come with your lawyer and say, Your Honor, you're a judge in Michigan, we live in Michigan, we've been here for more than 6 months, we've been in this county for at least 10 days, we want a divorce, the court's going to say, well, that's great. Well, what's going to happen with your kids? I don't have jurisdiction to determine that you will or will not have custody, parenting time support with your kids. They're going to have to do that elsewhere. So if the other side's going to file there and you filed here, let's consolidate the cases over there. Why? Because even though it's not convenient for you, you're not going to get rulings regarding the children. So there's a very practical aspect about where you should file above and beyond where you can file. And that is something that you need to speak with your lawyer about. So therefore, if you have a question about this, you should certainly reach out to counsel and say, look, this is my dilemma. This is my situation. I have kids. I don't have kids. Where should I file? If you have any questions about your case in particular, give us a call and we'll be glad to give you guidance in that regard.